Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new Yu-Gi-Oh game that's coming out this year in the summer. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel Saikyo Card Battle Royale, I guess is like the placeholder name, because I don't know if we have an official English name for this game yet, but nonetheless, this is going to be the new Yu-Gi-Oh game coming out this year. And I'm really curious to see how this Battle Royale game mode plays out, but we got a lot of news to cover in this video. In fact, there's going to be a secret rare pot of greed that will be a promotional legendary card coming out in here as well. But anyways, if you guys are excited about it, drop a like on this video, because I've been really waiting for a new, really good Yu-Gi-Oh game to cover on the channel, as I really think they should do it like a Duelist of the Roses like HD remake. But nonetheless, this is going to be a completely new Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's not like traditional Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'll go ahead and go over kind of like the differences from it. So first off, in terms of the things that you want to know, like rapid fire real quick, because sometimes I hate when YouTubers take too long to get to the point. Anyways, important dates and like the price point. So anyways, it's going to be coming out on Thursday, August 12th, 2021. And on top of that, the suggested retail price is about 60 bucks. So keep in mind that Switches are not region locked, so that means that we will be able to play this game when it comes out. Granted, we might not have an English translation ASAP. I don't even know if they're planning to release it, but anyways, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel Strongest Battle Royale or Saikyo is going to be the Battle Royale This is the HD screen caps, because we got new gameplay screenshots, because they've been hyping up this game, but we didn't actually get to see any of the gameplay, as well as some of the newer things that I want to show you guys, because I love playing some of the older Yu-Gi-Oh games, specifically like the Tag Force duels. If you guys remember that on the PSP days, we got to walk around, and we're gonna be able to walk around in this game. But let me go and show you guys some of the screen caps and give you guys the news that you want. So first off, some promo cards. I think the most important one that people will be mostly interested in is the Dark Magician Girl, but there's also the Legend Pot of Greed. Now, sometimes when we come out with like newer versions of cards, they get nerfed, like they get basically a worse version of it. But anyways, yeah, this is going to be the actual effect. Now, going over the other effect of the other monsters, because, well, Dark Magician Girl, she doesn't have a special effect or anything, but nonetheless, there is another newer card that would be newer to the game that I have not covered. So this is Saikyo Battle Flag Ace Breaker. So it has a requirement that you can activate by sending 2 monsters from your hand to the graveyard. You can activate by sending 2 monsters from your hand to the graveyard. The effect is to choose and destroy 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. So that is the effect of the promo cards. Now keep in mind, if any of you guys are willing to pick up this game, I would really suggest you guys to maybe purchase the physical version. The reason why, if you get the digital version, obviously you don't get some of these cards. Sometimes some of these cards can go up in value, and like Dark Magician Girl, Pot of Greed, like Blue Eyes White Dragon, some of these promo cards can be actually worth a lot of money, and sometimes you can actually profit off of actually getting the physical card game. Now there's also something that they mentioned about Amiibo, but it doesn't really show it, so I'm not sure if this is like, because this isn't actual text, this is actually a picture, I cannot tell you guys exactly what it does, because I tried using like the Google Translate over. The only thing we got out of it was like the release date, which was still pretty important. But if someone wants to let me know, is this like you get like there's like 6 different amiibos and you get 1 like guaranteed? I don't know. They mentioned something about amiibos, but it's got a question mark. So anyways, onwards with the newer screenshots as well as gameplay, because I think this is the first time that we've actually been able to see it. So they have this little thing that kind of scrolls through some of the screenshots, but I'll also show you guys more other screenshots. But most importantly, you get to walk around. This is one thing I felt like the newest game, if you guys have played the one on the Switch or even back on the Xbox or PS4, the Link Evolution, like it was called, was it Legacy of the Duelist, where it had like all the campaigns, and that was really cool, but I really liked being able to walk around. Here's some of the characters that they show off, and just like some of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, when you summon like the Ace monster, I'm sure it like has some animations on the summon, but it's showing also over here what sets that this game will include, which is pretty important. But obviously they could technically just update the game with DLC, but a lot of times what happens is they might release like 1 or 2 DLC packs, and then they just release a new Yu-Gi-Oh game, which if you want the newest cards and the newest update, the newest ban list, you have to buy the newest one, which is, I just wish they would just update Yu-Gi-Oh, like, you know, in general, just to show off, like, you know, that the game is going to get some support and we don't have to buy a new game, because that's what happens a lot of times with these Yu-Gi-Oh games, is they just make a new game. But anyways, yeah, you can duel with your friends and stuff, like, you know, we kind of expected that. That should be like a no-brainer. But I was mostly interested in seeing the other screenshots for the game. And if you guys are wondering what that transfers to as far as yen price, because I transferred it, yeah, we're looking at about 60 bucks over here. for the price point. But anyway, so more HD screen caps again. So obviously you're gonna see like animations of this person versus this person, but on top of that we get to actually see like the gameplay screenshots over here, which is something again that wasn't shown off, I would say, previously. So obviously rush duels are going to be a little bit different. If you guys don't know how rush duels work, I'm going to go actually pin this video down below, but it shows you guys basically how rush duel works, and I'm just going to briefly just mention how it works. So basically you draw 5 every single turn, and this is like my first duel over, and you can still play this on like Dueling Book, you can play it on other YuGiOh applications, even like YuGiOh Pro has this as well right now. It's usually not the most populated, but the only thing that's kind of fun with this is the gameplay is supposed to play a little bit fast. You draw 5 at the start of every single turn. I'm going to fast forward to where like it becomes my turn. But the most important thing is every single turn, look at this, you get to draw until you have 5 cards. And there's also these things like AzneyesWhitedragon is a legend card, and these legend cards are only going to be able to be utilized like once in a deck, as in you can only play 1 copy of. And that new Pot of Greed card, guys, is actually going to be one of the legendary cards, or a legend card. But nonetheless, that's kind of like the basic mechanics of why it's different. Also, it's more like YuGiOh Duel Links in terms of like the field zone. So if you guys have played that, you'll feel kind of more so at home with the gameplay mechanic. But here's basically what the different views of the board can look like. So it looked kind of like YuGiOh Pro 2, if you guys remember that game, where like the card artwork was 3D. So it's kind of like more flashy, especially for like, I'd say, the younger generation. This could be kind of something nice to go ahead and have. But if you're more like a traditional YuGiOh player and you want to see like the bird's eye view that you can see over here, this is more what I consider like a regular YuGiOh game, like in terms of like what it looks like. I like it like where you can actually see everything, not like these weird angles. But people like different things, and it's good that they have multiple angles, because that could determine sometimes if people even want to play the game because of the view. But most importantly, they have specifically the ability to walk around. So this is like the overworld. I'm not sure how big it is. They didn't show off the map, unfortunately, but over here we can see some more screenshots of gameplay. And what's cool with this is, again, it looks like a 3D YuGiOh game where you have a world and you can like walk around and duel people. Even was it YuGiOh Online? I just like the idea of being able to walk around in what seems like a world. If you guys remember some like the older YuGiOh games, like the Tag Force 5 for the PSP, this was really cool. And judging about what you guys like, I mean, it seems like you guys really liked it. If you guys want to check out that video, it's a little bit older, but like I like this idea, right? That was so cool, and I was wondering, why don't we have this in a modern day YuGiOh game? And well, they're actually bringing it back, so I'm really excited to see like what the campaign has. Even if I'm not able to read it, I like the idea of maybe building like a team or something like that's more interactive with like the world versus just like walking around hit duel. But we'll have to wait and see, and they show off like, yeah, there's going to be monster animations for this, like I mentioned before with it. But if you guys do want to see a full like rush duel, I'll also link that down below. But yeah, seeing some of the promo cards, that's pretty cool that we're getting Pot of Greed. But remember, Pot of Greed is going to be a legendary card, which means that you can only have 1 copy of it in your deck. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about this game. Will you guys be picking this up? For me, as a YuGiOh content creator, like, yeah, it's a no-brainer, it's a must. I will be definitely streaming it or playing it when it does come out. Even if we don't know how to read it, hey, that'll be part of the extra entertainment. But we could use some type of translator on a phone or something. But yeah, I'm really excited about this game. If you guys are new here and you do want to see gameplay of this when the game comes out, yeah, we'll definitely be playing this game as soon as it comes out. So if you want to check that out, hit subscribe, turn that bell if you're new here, and you'll definitely see it as soon as it comes out. And if there's any other further news in the future, I will definitely give you guys updated news on this, but I don't think there's going to be really anything else to cover. That's going to be huge information. Usually it's just like the promo cards, and then on top of that, when is it coming out? That's what people want to know, and so I got that out of the way really fast. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know what you think of Rush Duels. If you've played it, is it something that you guys are interested in? As right now, it's only available in Japan, I believe, and perhaps if it does well enough, they'll bring it to the States. And for me, any YuGiOh content, as long as there's more stuff, but I would really like to see Duelist of the Roses. So if you're watching this, Konami, please give us a HD remake, or just make Duelist of the Roses like, 2. I would love a future update to it. I know there's a fan created mod that people were making in some of like the tabletop board games, but we need an official game, because when it's not an official game, I really feel like people are just like, whatever. It's too hard to get the mods to work, and on top of that, we need cross-play. This is something that's huge, especially with the YuGiOh Link Evolution game. This is something we super missed out on. Why is there no cross? Well, technically because the old Xbox one might not have the latest update on the patches, but please update your games games so we don't have to repurchase the game again and again. You can make it purchase DLC, but just make a game that we can play online with. It's so wild in 2021 how there's still no official Yu-Gi-Oh! Online game. We gotta rely on remote duels, which I'll be honest, I'm not too much of a fan of. Just update your games, that's all I ask for. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.